Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Ocarina of Time Randomizer Season 6 Qualifier. This time we are on number 10. I am your restreamer, Cemetery2121, and today we have a great group. We have Pick6 and Xenu, or Bulls McGee, on commentating. Plus, we will have Triforce, Explorer, Stars 1468, Axel Ryman, and oops, my brain just went dead on the other one. But we will have a hell of a race because we have some 4 good runners on Restream. So commentary, please take it away.
Hey, welcome in. How's everyone doing tonight?
Great to be back on CSR Main.
Yeah, we're on Main. I didn't even know.
Yeah, this is qualifier number 10 of 19. So this is the median qualifier. There was a lot of talk about airplanes in the pre-race chat. So we are going to see, who has been having a pretty good qual season. Going to try to keep it on track and avoid some turbulence. And also at about the point where you might have to try to pull out of a nosedive if your early quals have not gone so well.
Yeah. So here we've got, I believe everyone here is new to Restream. I think we're still in that phase where we're not recycling people who have been on quals before. But our Restreamed runners are a few old heads in Earl Weird and Zopar. They've been around the community for a while. Alexis is a little newer, but still fairly seniored. I think he's around season 4 is when he started. And Angle, I believe, has been around since day 1. So a good amount of experience here. We'll look to see if that pays out with some results.
Yeah, I think of these 4, Engel was the only one who made top 64 of S5, but
Alexis also did.
Alexis did. Okay, yeah, I think all 4 of these players were.
And Earl Weird was like a very high challenge cup.
Yeah,
I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. If anyone knows, I believe he was like number 1 in challenge cup. But it looks like timer's already going. So. We have a child start, so where do you think we're going to be starting?
We are about to see, we did get a Spirit Medallion and a Pona start, as well. Some nice adult mobility. I'm always a fan of getting the GTG as soon as possible.
Sir rushes GTG without a bow. We're probably going to do this anyway in our child one, so... Good place to start. Talking to Talon without getting the 2 pots. Let's go.
Yeah, Alexis veered off to the song check. Everyone else is gonna go upstairs and get the free $10.
Yeah. The season 4 meta. All right. See, that's interesting that Alexis is going ahead and skipping this because they got a warp song off of Malin. So routing would say you would warp to Serenade out of there and then go back to, Market from the Owl. But we'll see if they come back for Talon later after the silo.
Yeah, you can. They are an emulator player, so they could save and quit back there pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. Walking to the silo, it sucks to walk out. So we'll see what Alexis chooses to do.
But only a piece of heart on Talon, so if they choose to just gamble it, no big deal.
Yeah, early Serenade, super great in these settings with the adult spawn always being a temple in time. That's a quick change from adult back to child, and Serenade is a very fast change from child to adult.
As well as the undeniable fact that Lake kind of sucks.
Yep. So spoiled by scrub settings where you just get free Scarecrow and Child Lake is just never a consideration.
Hashtag free the Scarecrow. But it looks like, Alexis is just going to straight up just be like, yep, not going to do Talon. We're going straight into Market, which is very is a very common opener. You would definitely. Some people like to go for Saria's Red Out Child 1, others don't, depending on what their equipment is. It's runner's preference. I wonder if anyone is going to, with that Serenade, take the hike from field, get Open Grotto, and go into Kakiria's Child.
Yeah, it's with closed Deku Child, Kakiri is less attractive, but there is the case or check that you can only get.
Say that to Qual, like, what was it, 4? Where,
Yeah.
you got a bomb bag in? Oh, I think Alexis. Oh, no, you just minimized it.
Going with the full screen capture method.
30's dead. Burning Cactus Sun Song. Something in Goron City has a Kakiri sword. And something has 30 Deku Seeds. The XR's in chat. I'm sure he saw all of that. See, I was right.
Yeah. So the Strength 2 or Hammerlock Kakiri sword. Very, very interesting.
We're gonna get a quick look at our meds here. It looks like everyone's approximately going to be doing the same thing, so we're not going to be seeing much of a divergence in this early game. Forest Spirit, that was too fast for me. I can't read. Yeah.
Forest
Sorry,
Spirit, Fire, Water, and Javu.
Okay. Cool. Oh, Zopar getting this hint.
Alright, dead lab dive.
Damn, my suggestion in the pre-race chat is dead. Said hard required 50 scale for your iron boots on lab dive.
Yeah, it's an interesting stone layout considering, you know, that we already know where the Kakiri sword is. It's kind of friendly, but you also have shadow.
Let's see what CAC has for us. Oh, free shield! Let's go.
Yeah, nice reward for anyone who skips it.
Alright. So let's see. I kind of want to see a warp song here in the windmill, just to, like, extend this adult a little more. Because nothing's worse than when you do this route and then it just ends up, oh, you need the Saria song for progress. Happens more often than we like to admit.
Yeah, it's nice to get some early mobility to kind of open it up. We've been pretty linear for the first few minutes here by just where we started as a child.
Nothing in this CAC. Well, Nocturne, but Nocturne is not immediately helpful in the situation that we're in right now.
Yeah, and with Stone Shadow, we're hoping that we're not seeing CAC pop up on any paths.
See Graveyard, see if the Dampe skippers, if there are any left, get punished this seed. Oh,
our first big chest.
Shieldgrave. We love big chests here at twitch.tv/ZeldaSpeedRuns. And French Vanilla Hook. So about extending that adult.
Yeah.
Central Pillar's dead. That was the hint in Open Grotto. And I believe that was that was just a vanilla heart piece in the box.
I think it was a purple rupee, but yeah, it's not important.
It didn't look important.
Yeah.
All right. What are we thinking for Alexis Dampe here? We've already got one hit, so I'm thinking more around like a 49.50.
Yeah, maybe a 51.
Great. I need to resync. Oh wait, no, it did it for me. Let's go, ZSR.
The Temple of Time hints were not super interesting, with the exception of a Kikiri sword in the left side of the Goron City maze.
The rest were just random sometimes hints that we don't have to do.
Yeah.
Oh, and look, Dampe skip meta wins again. Just kidding. Don't do don't skip Dampe. It's a bad idea.
You get a talent skip and Dampe skip in the same seed.
The mad lad.
that mid qual desperation play.
Just saying. I'm just saying. Did you know that there's over 100 dead checks every seed? The biggest waste of time in any seed is doing checks. Stonks. Oh, and I'm just got a hard reset. So I'm currently not seeing any runners. I don't know if that's on my end or ZSR's end.
Yeah, I'm having the same thing again. It's we're gonna see these runners kind of cross over each other, or at least I'll sort of continue to follow Alexis. So we are back in. Was that 52 for Ingle?
All right, I think I'm back. All right, cool. Yeah. So it looks like no one's choosing to, or Alexis is not choosing to extend that adult. So we are going to be funneled into the Saria song check. It seems like.
Yeah.
So I didn't see what Alexis's time of day was, so I don't know if they're going to get Richard in here or not, but I guess we'll see in a second.
Just going from Temple of Time to CAC, it is probably still daytime. But you could always pop up and look at like Castle 1.
I was on a refresh, so I didn't see whether he went OGC or not.
They did go OGC.
Oh, they did go, okay. Yeah.
So good. You got Richard, you got Dampe time.
Yeah, Dampe time with the Nocturne, easy. Easy to very shitty Sphere Zero checks there. And nothing on Richard. Oh, we are seeing some extended adult ones here and up in two different directions here. One to River, one to Trail. We'll see which one. I really like the River play here.
Yeah, I really like the extra hints. It's not in logic yet, but it's not gonna stop these runners.
So nothing on Richard, nothing on Dampe, nothing on Trail. I did not see what that was on the heart piece.
A stick?
If it's a flavor,
No, that looks round.
Oh, was that gilded? I viewed that as a small when I saw him peek it. If that's my bad then. Got that in got them VCIs.
Yeah, that's a bomb bag. Nice glitchless jump. That is not the setup I am familiar with, but nails it.
All right. So yeah, out of logic bomb bag. Let's go.
Yeah, the bomb bag is currently not in logic, but the thing about bomb bags is that there's 3 of them, and there's probably 1 in logic at any given point. So
And also, it's one of those things that you really don't care about.
yeah. Oh,
Oh, let's go!
now we're talking.
How's that hard required 50 memeing that was going on in prequel chat going now? How you like me now?
Oh man, you hate to. You got the bomb bag. You got the hook shot. Like, ugh, you got to make a decision. Forest Temple to Morpha. Are you gonna start going hard for that magic, or are you gonna count on the Lord to provide?
Well, here's the thing, right? And this is where Stone Shadow plays into our favor, right? Is that there's not a whole lot that you really care about having magic for, right? So you can collect skulls passively. It's roughly light arrow equivalent with our medallion layout. So you can still collect them passively, and 40 is also dead.
Yeah. It could be logically required for spirit. That is true. But it'll be a while until we know that.
And still, you've got multiple ways around that through either adult tricks or just child key layout.
Yeah. And Alexis has been picking up some skulls. Yeah, he did Nightcack skulls like we're seeing from Zopar right now, and is making some progress while he heads to the Kikiri sword check.
Yeah. That's our first path, right? Is Forest to Morph. I don't think I have any others written down.
Yeah, that's the only one I've seen.
Sword chest, nothing. I'm assuming we're going to see a big Mido's house here.
What are you thinking? 2?
I'm thinking everything except for bottom right, because bottom right is the
good call.
worst
1.5 over under.
Oh, here we go, and we got a. Oh wow, it's nothing but bottom right, the worst trick in the game. And there's a magic.
Well, it was fun while it lasted.
It was. Yeah. Dude, if anyone gets the 50 skull magic, they're my absolute legend if someone gets the 50 skull magic this seed.
All right, OT.
OT is Song of Time that probably won't come into play. Probably. Hopefully.
If there's one thing I know about OT Song of Time is that it is never required.
I'm calling GTG key logic. Death Mountain, was that Crater or Trail?
It was Crater to Rova.
Crater to Rova. I'm calling like some bullshit GTG key logic for fucking AD, and all our paths are going to be useless.
Yeah, what could be interesting too is we have that Forest Temple path to Morpha, so if we see like Dins or Hover show up, we're starting to talk about like water keys.
Okay. Still a pretty dry early game, all things considered. We did get was that a bottle? On a
bottle of milk.
Bottle of milk, yeah. Oh. Alright, Lab Dive is still dead, that's cool. And our light arrows.
Well, the 2 things we were talking about, just leisurely working your way to, like, throughout the course of the scene. It's like, nah, here you go. 17 minutes in.
I'm a little ahead, Xenu. Okay, I'm doing a resync right now. My apologies.
Yeah, potentially no AD, but you know, on the plus side, it means I can start playing Pokemon again sooner. Sorry, is Requiem?
Crater is still Patharova. Hopefully that wasn't too early. And yo, let's go.
Dang, a lot of repeats.
I feel like that's more common in S6 than it has been in previous seasons. I think that might just be the seeds I've played.
Was that another bomb bag?
I'm VCing that, so I don't know.
It looked round, but I don't know. I couldn't see the other one. It was a lot clearer.
Yep, ZL, an out of logic ZL at the crater, but we don't really care. And a dead big Goron. There's not the interesting thing about this is that we have a decent amount of out of logic stuff with bombs, but as far as what the seed like logically wants us to do, there's very little left.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing a little bit of that here from Alexis. Child Lake is one of those things. Valley.
The heart piece in the Rio's letter spot. Spell mask is dead. Good, you love to see it. Oh, we're getting the crater hint. Water temple is past the Baronade. Oh my god. Not everyone goes for that hint.
That's that's a spicy one.
That is spicy. Hopefully it is in pre-BK, so we see some craziness going on. If it's just like Encompass Chest or something like that. Like and that's an immediate water dip.
Yeah, that's our path to Twin Rova Crater.
That would be pretty hilarious. Because we know it can't be ZL, because ZL can't be hinted by the hero. So
yeah, it's
and
we can't see Crater Fairy yet.
he did the grotto. He did the grotto, right?
Yeah, that's our best lead right now. We could be looking at a forced double dip of water. You may have to go in really early.
That is a good point as well. So with how water works, the BK chest or the vanilla BK chest, the river chest and Dark Link are disproportionately likely to be items, which means the likelihood that our Rang is in river chest went up, and AD as well went up.
Yeah, I think you have in those deep checks of water. I think you have 2 items.
2 of them have to be items, and it can in some cases be 3 if the BK is there, and then there's another item on Morpha. There can only be cool.
Yeah, there's our bomb lock strength.
Bomb lock strength. Not really the most useful thing with our current equipment, but it does lets us have strength at the moment. Excellent commentary. And also, Earl going hard on skulls with the bottle, like 20 minutes. You don't usually see, especially with him already getting the magic from Kokiri, you don't usually see someone go for patch skulls this early.
Yeah, maybe there's a thought that people are going to bail on skulls, and now that Earl knows, well, Earl doesn't know about 40 yet.
He has the 30 hint, and okay. So on his tracker, he's seen the 30 hint, but not the 40 and 50. So that might be it.
Yeah.
But I still don't think you commit to it that early before the hint.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion. Seeing a lot of divergence.
Yeah, this is we wound up in Child Spirit.
Yeah.
It's
Which, you know, fair play. It's Prague.
I mean, life is a highway, man.
I'm gonna ride it.
Yeah, it's really wild because we were just talking like 10 minutes ago. His best alfalfa. That's what Zopar is doing here. But we were just talking 10 minutes ago about how narrow everything was. And yeah, Zopar does not have a means to hit the switch.
Strength 2 in DC in the map chest? I missed that. Jesus, so much variety. And eye drops in Valley. We're just seeing a whole bunch of stuff.
I would like less divergence now.
I would like less divergence now. I want to get off Mr. Bones' wild divergence.
I think DC is interesting. It's great that we found Strength 2, but we don't have logical access to DC or to the Iron Boots yet.
Okay.
Oh, there's some shoes. So Earl got rewarded for pushing skulls super hard with a 10-pack, 1 per skull. Zora's River to Volve. We saw the bomb bag. And Frogs 2 is dead. I know a lot of people are going to be happy to see that hint if they go to the back of the lake. One more strike against Hard 80. So Earl now has his out of logic strength. Looks like we're going to see some childcore on City. And Zopar is going to close the loop on one of those checks we still have open. Another bottle in DC. Yeah, we have not seen Frogs 1 yet. There is a bomb locked hammer, so I think that makes the bomb bag path to Volve a lot stronger. Yeah, there is a scale. The hammer's on Hot Rodder. There's a scale or a set of hover boots just hanging out somewhere that kind of cracked this whole thing for us. But yeah, really loving how this is opened up. As we're seeing our first boss kill of the day from Ingle. Hot Rodder is the large rolling Goron as child. Yeah, I think we're gonna see Ingle go pick up that Kikiri sword now with the strength 2. The hammer is going to be a question mark, I think, for a lot of players. Child Goron City is something that can very easily get left behind, especially in a seed where it seems like we're getting kind of bottlenecked around a bomb bag. We have a bow on chickens. So that has opened up for us. We're still missing the song to get in there logically, though. But we do now have Forest Temple available. Alexis is now going to clean up chickens. This is a good defensive play. You know that 95% of the race room did this immediately because of the spawn point. Yeah, Graveyard Path to PG, that is very likely just our logical forest access. Actually the bow has now given us it gives us Link to Goron, which gives us the Iron Boots. It also gives us ZL. Very interesting that we now have the seed basically opened up logically by chickens. Bow is one of 3, so we could stumble across another one. Yeah, I would not be surprised to see us wind up in water. I think it makes a lot of sense for Inkle. Shooting the sun is a wallet. Yeah, Ingle is missing the bow. Missing Song of Time to do it the vanilla way. So it may be a very short. It may be a very short trip into Forest Temple. So Alexis and Zopar now going to be proud owners of a brand new bomb bag. What did we just get out of the big chest in Redek Grotto? Stone of Agony. And we are seeing Earl on his way into DC. So it's going to be strength 2 for Earl. We'll see if he finishes it. I would expect him to. Engel did get a key and is going to be able to proceed into the courtyard and get a few more checks. We do have Forest Temple Path to Morpha, I believe, so going to be keeping an eye out for a big chest. So for the S6 tournament, KZ skip is banned. It's not banned in the standard rule set, but it is banned in the tournament rule set.
And I'll hop in since we have a slight rearranging of comms.
Hello, Sem.
Hello, Pix.
As you can see, it has been we've been all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some interesting paths. That water temple to Baronade is looming, and I can't wait to see what it's required. And hello, chat.
So, Engel nails the recoil. We're going to see what we have on Floor Master and hop down into the courtyard.
Yeah, I like the divergence. I do like the fact that we have runners going every which direction, and it's not just one linear path the whole way.
Yeah, it really opened up about 20 minutes ago, and there really hasn't been like a wrong direction to go.
Angle only saw a small chest in the bottom of the well, so or fountain.
Yeah, on skulls we don't need them past 20.
No, I love that we saw Skull 50 having magic, and then Midos has had to go and screw it over for us.
Yeah, it was a very fun, like, 3 minutes.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about how everyone was commenting, we haven't had a 50 Skull C!
Looks like it's just keys up here, so Engel's bow locked and gonna have to head out.
Now, the question is how long until he does chickens or finds another bow?
Yeah, it's really interesting. We're gonna see where where those other two bows show up, and you can get, as we saw, you can get really far out of the logic with not a logic bomb bag. So it can be kind of hard to keep track of where you are in the logic, and if you have to try to work your way back to that bow, can be pretty difficult. Yeah, Engel is going for a vanilla bow.
Yeah, but that would be I mean, if there's a chance. And then we'll get if good old meme, is this even rando? If it's vanilla. You usually have to have at least one of those per restream, right?
Yeah, it's it was actually where the bow was placed in the very first seed back in 1998.
Back in the very first randomizer race.
Yeah, back in 0.0 of the rando, where the items could only be in one place.
And Earl picked up his Kokiri sword. Yes, we know it's a stone, but you never know if AD. Plus, it's a lot of checks.
Yeah.
There's what 5, 6 in Deku.
Yeah, and you and I know that it's in logic.
That's a very odd logic chain though, because you had to do what bow to get your bombs, to get your hammer or strength to get.
Yeah, the bomb bag is still out, but we do have. Yeah, the bomb bag's still out, but we do have and the strengths, but we do have the bow and the iron boots.
There's a big chest for Angle.
Yeah, could this be it? You're gonna feel like a genius. It's the long shot.
That is good though.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, that has to be our path to Morpha.
Yeah, that is. That's really good too, because we were talking about that Song of Time on OT. The last thing you want to see in like your path to Morphle Water is like your dins or your hovers. So
yeah, and he's immediately heading to water.
Yeah, if it is not on Central Bow or the River Chest, Ingle should be able to get out of here.
I wanted to be on River Chest though. I love 80, and I believe chat loves 80. Runners might strangle me because all my seats have been 80, but
yeah, chat loves 80 because they don't have to do AD. And speaking of our that Iron Boots Path to Twin Robo, we now also have a slingshot on DMC Ferry. So that's a very kind of Monka-esque path to Twin Robo.
yeah, it depends on key logic, doesn't it, for your child?
Yeah, it would depend on. I mean, it may depend on just like where a mirror shield is. It could be child spirit logic. Like it, yeah. There's a lot of things we could be dealing with. Yeah, but if it's pointing us to Deku, then that's also bad because then we're going to then we're talking AD again.
Well, first chest is a key for Angle. Yes, the path to Baronade is here in water somewhere, and it might be out 80 depending on where it is.
Yeah, there's.
I actually had to have it explained to me why, because I forgot that 2 of the checks are actually hard required to have Song of Time.
There is there's the river chest one here that could be it. It's basically I think 80% for Ingle to be able to get it right now because he can't do Central Bow and he can't do River, but he can do everything else.
True, because we do need a fire source for that. We need a fire source to be able to check the other check.
He can't do torches as well because he's missing the bow. So 70% that he can get it. Another key.
He needs that good old bow. If only we knew where a bow was. 7 attempts, and then it's like, screw it, I'll just hit the trigger to turn the water off.
Yeah, Earl is also about to close the loop on another sort of open item we have, that Graveyard Path to PG, so we should be seeing one of our 2 Forest Access songs here.
Either Saria's or Minuet, right?
Yep.
We're almost out of songs anyway. I think those, and we know where Song of Time is.
Yeah, we know where Song of Time is, we know where Suns is. So it's basically 50-50.
Minuet.
There we go.
And that is our access to forest, logical access to forest.
Yeah, and it also means that it's blocking Sarias, which is interesting.
Didn't we also get a hook shot in from Dampe?
We got it from Shieldgrave right now.
Oh, Shieldgrave. So that would also be a path to.
Yeah, that would actually, yeah, that takes care of it because the other one is hookshot lock. I was thinking like we could be talking then about like Sarias and Ice and it being locked behind that path to Morpha in here.
Yeah, I was like, wait, we had the long shot in forest. You have to have the hook shot to get to said long shot. I do remember some of the logic required for this game.
There's been so much happening so fast.
Yeah, Engel's heading to the dragon chest, so we will get another possible check here. You missed everything, Curry. So we had originally had a hinted 50 skulls has magic. 3 minutes later, it was screwed over by Mido, who had magic as well. We have all our bomb bags and are out of logic at the moment. And Chicken's had bow.
That was another key on Dragon. What was on the boss key chest? Was it a small chest?
It was a small chest. I can't count that highest star, so probably not the best one for that.
Yeah, without a bow. Oh yeah, Central Pillar is hinted, so that's our second item. What's the good of these sometimes?
Yeah, well, Pillar wasn't a key, so we're not going there. Earl will get his long shot here. He does come in, I believe, with a bow. No, Earl did not pick up the bow.
Yeah, I think the only person we've seen get the bow so far has been Alexis. So Cracked Wall is an item too, so that's 3 of the 4 items that we've seen in water now.
Yeah, will be here on Darklink. We'll check.
And no boss key yet either, correct?
No, we haven't had boss key, so we have one. Uh-oh. Wait, if boss key's on river, or if our path is on river.
Yeah, it's if you're running.
Oh, and we haven't checked torches.
Yeah, we still have torches. We've also seen 3 items, so we have seen 1 item locked behind 5 keys. I think we've seen 3 keys there. So torches and central bow, I think. They have to be keys.
By the way, did you know slungs are hard?
Yeah, they're impossible. But the nice thing about CSMC, only a 4 hard Dark Link, so you can get this done real quick.
Morpha has a key. You have 1 job, Star. Keep track of the number of keys, because, like I said, I can't count that.
Well, no boss key, but we did get our big chest.
Well, that is our Rudo, so Rudo's letter. That is our path to Baronade, but we still have a chance at AD, depending on where the boss key is.
Yeah, we do not have a boss key.
One in 3 chance that river's required.
Central Pillar is hinted. It's hinted an item. And looks like we're getting on the horse. This is a GTG play.
Kind of, a little risky without having the bow.
Yeah.
Not a little risky. That's fairly risky. We do have strength 3 though, or strength 2, so we can check those, do those 4 checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's Vanilla Song of Time. We do not have the boss key yet. We have not seen torches or river or what was the last one? Central Bow.
Yeah, we get double Wolfo sound. Zobar and Earl both facing Waffle against Wolfos. And our child spawn is in long line range. That's not too bad of spawn spot since we have Serenade.
Yeah, Serenade. We don't really care where we spawn now because we have the Serenade to get back.
Easy chance to get back to Temple. You just talk to the owl. Yeah, I sometimes do that too. My brain's like, oh, BOTW, that is Breath of the Wild. Wait, wrong game. Oh, did Earl exit before he got the long shot?
Yeah, Earl. Let's say Earl did not continue past the courtyard.
Oh yeah, he also has no bow, so he wasn't going to try for a vanilla bow. We need our runners need to go do chickens.
Yeah, Alexis is at least working towards forest right now. It'll be a little bit longer because Alexis is going to be able to finish the dungeon, and then we should also see water right after that and get some resolution here, probably in about 20-ish minutes.
We do need to find that fire source though, or do we have our fire arrows?
I do not believe that we have a fire source, but you can shoot for torches. You can shoot through the torch.
Oh yeah, sorry, my brain was thinking of Haunted Wasteland. Too many restreams. I mean, it's only Qualifier 10, right? We've only had 10 of these in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, we're this is the median qualifier. So there's still enough time to affect your score. There's still enough time to get your minimum number of qualifiers in if you suddenly feel inspired to enter.
Minimum is what, 5?
Yes.
Because we take your, we drop your best and your 3 worst, and then you average your remaining 4.
Yep.
1 through 4.
Yeah, you are. You're gonna have to do at least 5 because you're not gonna be able to get in carrying a 0.
Yes, and we don't count after 8. You can do as many as you want, but you just are your 8th one after your 9th one does not count in any way, even if it's your best one ever.
Yeah.
We have 9 more qualifiers after this, Empress.
And those late ones can get a little bit weird. If you got 1 left and you need to get some points, or if you already have your points and you can just play super Papega and try to trip over some items.
Okay, Ankle's heading back to Child, so let's see if he actually picks up, or goes to do chickens at some point.
Yeah, he has 2 kind of annoying stops to make with the bow on chickens and also that hammer on Hot Rodder.
We haven't had Saria's, so that's 1 less check in Goron Valley to make it more appealing. Lux is about to get their long shot here, though. Yeah, Empress, there are 19 qualifiers in this season's qualifier numbers.
Yeah, I think they're going until 22nd, 23rd, maybe.
Did I say Goron Valley? I mean Goron City. Ooh, that is a scale on adult fishing.
And that is our bomb bag in Logic.
Okay, now everything is officially in Logic.
We're back.
Logic be damned, though, we finally have it. By the way, that is also not randomized. You do get a scale on adult fishing.
I am really interested right now to see if Zopar is going to continue to the bow chest to get the long shot.
That is a good question. We'll find out momentarily. We also will see what's on top of the lab. Yeah, we finally found Logic. And there's your trolley Gwei. Always has to find someone on the top of the lab to attack. And Zopar is leaving. Hey, how about some double defense?
Yeah, we'll take that for sure. It's been kind of back and forth. Engel has done a decent amount of progression, but he has some items that are in kind of
only one. I would maybe put Alexis a little bit ahead, just because they'll fully clear Forest.
Yeah, I think Alexis is probably in the best position right now, but we are an hour in, and we are potentially staring down AD with only one piece of the Stone Shadow kit. So,
Stone Shadow always finds a way, right?
Yeah, there's still a lot of time for this to get weird.
Yes, Comms is always ahead of the runners. We will finish first.
Yeah, the hammer and the bow are not in particularly fun places. But Zopar is about to find the logic here. Engel is straying even further from God's Light with flame storage.
I mean, he is in the graveyard. That does mean he could go do chickens. I can hope, right?
Yeah. I don't know if he's a chickens guy or not.
I don't know. I haven't seen enough of Engel's restreams to know. Oh, and it's also night. So now we finally get our much deeper look into Forest here, just in a few moments. I mean, if Alexis finds something big and deep Forest, that could be a nice boost in their direction too.
Yeah, everyone will get back here eventually, but being able to knock it out in just one go is great.
I mean, if you find dens or fires here,
yeah. I mean, I'm really hoping that it doesn't show up. I think the obvious play after this is likely water, because we know we have to do water, and it's a chance to get that AD knowledge.
But I mean, yeah, Alexis will still show us since they do have the bow.
Zopar is going to take that strength 2, which is newly in Logic, and give us a look in Adult Spirit for the first time.
Hey, it'll help us with the key logic, so that will actually might clarify a little bit on our path to Twin Rova, if it's actually Slingshot or not. Oh yeah, Earl does not have his bone back yet.
No, he has been. He went really hard at skulls pretty early and has been just coasting off that 10 back.
Well, that is a key in spirit, so we can go deeper. Yes, our bomb bags are actually logical now that we found a first scale on adult fishing. Our vanilla scale.
Yeah, which means we now have our hammer and both our strengths and logic as well.
Everything's on logic at the moment.
I'm assuming that Ingle has a means to hit the switch. Okay, did pick up a 5-pack somewhere.
I have not. This is actually the first time I've seen the bomb chew trick to hit the switch.
Yeah, it's a pretty reliable setup.
And that Sophos doesn't troll you nearly as much. We have a key on child side.
Yeah, and Zopard peeked this earlier, and we have seen that there's a big chest over here as well that Ingle's going to pick up here in just a minute. Be really interesting to see what we find here.
Okay, Kirby says spirit logically child locked.
The top. We had a key on both sides. So we'll know, like, getting to the very top. Yeah, you had to do some stuff on child side.
And that is a bow for Ingle.
That is huge.
That's definitely great. That means, I mean, we didn't know when he would go for chickens.
Yeah, and it's not locked by the other bow.
No, that's definitely not a bow locked.
No. Yeah, it sucks if you like do chickens and you get something and you just feel like a genius and then you find out later you can just get around it.
Yeah, and how long until Alexis sees that and he's like, damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, chat loves chickens. Come on. We love when runners do chickens and they don't do chickens. And happy 1 hour, Mark Picks.
Yeah, happy 1 hour to you as well.
So, quick shout out to our 4 amazing runners on Restream: Earl Weird, Zopar, Alexis, and Angle. And tracking for us today, we have Triforce Explorer, Red, Star 1468, and Axel Ryman. And joined by comms is none other than Pick 6.
It's Cemetery also stepping into the booth and pulling double duty as our restreamer tonight as well.
Trying to work out the bugs because we had a little bit of technical difficulties at the beginning, but everything seems to be smooth now. We have a wallet bow locked in for us, but
big chest on the fortress roof.
And that's a slingshot. Well, that proves our Baronet or our Twin Rova is not slingshot path.
Yeah, so it is the Iron Boots path to path to Twin Rova.
I probably should update that hint, shouldn't I?
That is yeah, that's a really interesting one. But yeah, we did have it locked. It did lock our Rito side.
I'm sorry, we found another bow for Angle. It was on Child's side of Spirit.
And yeah, the other slingshot was on the fortress roof.
So Angle it did get built out there.
And I didn't see what was on the hand. I did see Ingle stop to peek it. Ingle did cut off at Sunblock Room, so it looks like that child hand was of no consequence.
I think it was a small chest.
Yeah, I cannot see like this stuff on a good day.
I mean, we're bouncing around. We have 4 different directions we're going, really. Oh yeah, Ingle did not turn in Rudo's letter. It's a little bit out of your way to go do that, but
Yeah, he hasn't touched a main yet, but I do get you got a medallion dungeon that you can do. You want to go ahead and close this out.
yeah, I mean, finish out Forest. You have the bow. You have everything you need to beat it.
Yeah, and then you'll also be able to get back to water and confirm the AD situation.
Why is Axel hurting you, Ryman?
I'm gonna give him a quick refresh.
Oh, it's because they're in GTG without a bow? Yes, I just said that. I said, why is Earl hurting you? Is what I meant. Hey, just, I stepped in for comms, wasn't originally scheduled, so I need to fully wake up here. English is really hard.
Yeah, you the thought on turning in the letter is that the thought on turning in the letter is that we have the Iron Boots path to Twin Roba, so we know that something is going to be likely behind that letter, because that's the only thing we found Iron Boots locked. We've seen Tektite Grotto. We have not seen Toilet, but when we're talking about Toilet, we have other problems. So
If we need Toilet, we will need that Song of Time.
yeah.
There hasn't been, besides the long shot. Sorry.
Oh, I was reading that as Fortress at first.
Oh, so it's good thing I stated something.
I was like, no, we couldn't do HBA.
I think we had a hint about HBA too.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate given what we know now that that chest that Zopar saw earlier was a bow.
And it'll be a while probably before he goes and gets it.
Yeah. But Alexis has stepped in and is working on the first phase of Phantom Ganon and is going to take the medallion lead on Restream.
And by the way, there was a lens also in Forest. I mean, technically it puts well in logic, right? And treasure chest minigame.
It is treasure chest minigame. Yeah, it's just so we have access to. We have Requiem already, so we don't need it to cross.
Can we get our 1 in 32 requirement? Yeah, Alexis struggling a little bit on Phantom Ganon, but just cleans it up nicely. We shall see what they drop, and he will get the lead. He also does not have clean audio, so it can't transfer audio to him.
Get our first runner today with 2 medallions.
Well, yeah, we had a freebie of the Fire Medallion today. Or Spirit Medallion. I can't... Nothing in the middle chest, it looks like?
Yeah, I've not noticed anything yet.
Earl's heading back to being a kid. Now we will see Alexis dipping into water. we'll be able to check torches for us to give one more hint or one more possible the place for the boss key.
Yeah, we're gonna know. We're gonna know here in just a couple minutes. We know our path is at least satisfied.
Where is Earl going?
Is Earl cleaning up? This is target in the woods probably. And
Fuzz, we pick four. Well, you pick 4 runners for our restream. We do have 86 total runners at the moment, so we pick 4 who we know are common, consistent runners, and they have to have clean. We try to have them do clean audio. We can't see their chats or anything.
Yeah, for the qualifier season, there's a lot of runners in each race, and just try to spread the love around and get 4 runners that should be pretty evenly matched to have an exciting restream. So if you are watching anyone else right now,
guess what? We just had a raid from ZeldaSpeedRuns 2. Thank you, everyone. I believe you guys were watching the Wind Waker Randomizer. And it was a random setting leagues, if I remember correctly. You have joined us a little past 1 hour in a qualifier 10 for Season 6 of Ocarina of Time. We've had a few shenanigans, nothing major. We are going to get the 1 hit in water now that we didn't get to see earlier, and that is not the boss key. We're now at... I spoke a little early. But this is Torch's room. We had not seen this when Ingle was here earlier.
Yeah, the Spectre of AD is still looming. We have a key. And we have not seen Central Bow.
We have one more check, and if this check is not our boss key, then we will have all our AD required.
Yeah.
Because on our Ocarina of Time is Vanilla Song of Time. As Chad's pointing out, they love to have all AD, don't they?
Yeah, it's like we've had so many ADs.
Can you explain Iron Boot's path?
Well, the Iron Boot. Well, we don't know yet. It could be we found Rudo's letter. So it could just be behind Rudo's letter. But basically, the Iron Boots have to block something that we need for Spirit Temple. We have Strength 2. We do not have a Mirror Shield. I don't remember key layout if we need a Fire Source logically.
Yeah, 80 is all dungeons, meaning there's something behind, easily on Ocarina of Time or one of the songs, that we have to check everything.
Oh, it's 80.
It's 80! We have 80 people! Because Center Bow Chest is a key.
Make yourselves a drink. Get comfy. We have to find all the shadow stuff.
And you guys can blame Ramadabot. You can blame me because I take blame for when it's awful seed I roll. But usually we blame Seedbot. I mean, why blame it when it's an awesome AD seed? You're here for a fun race. Yes, Axel. Stop stealing everything. If you enjoy the seed, my name is Cemetery2121. If you hate the seed, my name is Trez.
Yeah, in this seed we have to do Deku, DC, and Shadow Temple to get the Ocarina of Time check. So
the first 2 of those are not bad. It's the last one that the runners do not like.
Yeah, we some of the runners have already done DC. We've seen Zopar and Ingle have already done it.
Plus, we know where the Kokiri sword is.
Yeah, and all 4 runners also have the Kokiri sword to do Deku. So we're 2/3 of the way there. The thing that sucks is that we gotta find Hover Boots and Din's Fire now.
Yes, DC is actually one of our easiest, or is one of the easiest ones, along with Deku Tree. But Kokiri Sword is in left side of Goron Maze.
Yeah, it was hinted. All 4 runners did find Strength 2 between Death Mountain Trail and Dodongo's Cavern, and were able to go pick that up. Not that it is going to end up mattering. Zopar won't be able to check the BK chest out of logic, but Zopar is in here without the long shot.
And without the bow.
And without the bow.
Yeah, Ingo will head straight to water after this, verify that it's AD, roll their eyes heavily, and probably go do Deku Tree, actually.
Zopar also picked up FW, but I do not remember where that was.
I don't know either.
Might have been Adult Spirit. I think he's the only one that went further into Adult Spirit.
That's quite a possibility. We have been distracted by other runners because we were wanting to see AD.
We also had all 4 runners just sprint to opposite corners of the map at about 15 minutes, and just seeing them sort of kind of weave back.
And it's to test your ability as calm to keep track of everything, right?
I know, but I'm rusty.
Believe me, I'm halfway asleep and I kind of zoned out at the last hour of work and then the 2 hours before this. Or 3 hours before. Holy crap, it's been 3 hours since I was at work.
Yeah, it's, I gotta say, I love when tournament season comes around because the weekly times are not super convenient for me, so it's always great to have an opportunity to get here in the booth and talk OT with everyone.
Yeah, it's so much fun talking to having various runners and restreamers and trackers joining in the booth. I talk way too much, so I talk too much and I can't count. It's a good combination.
So while we were talking, Earl has picked up his bow.
So only Zopar needs to go get a bow now.
Yeah, 2 options, and both of them honestly kind of suck for him. It's chickens, or it's also spirit that he's partially done, but at least to his benefit, he has seen the big chest there.
Yeah, Ingo will only has to do the 1 check here. They've already been through water at least once. So they just have the river bow and the torches to check, so 2 checks. And that will be interesting. I was alive in April? I swear I was halfway sleepy most of the time. Clarify, Star and I have actually met up in person. They were visiting my estate. I know it's about an hour drive. I'm like, screw it, I'll go meet them. They're quite fun to meet in person.
Thanks.
And as Star might point out, I am very sarcastic even in person. So, Seed is AD because the water boss key is in the river chest, which requires a Song of Time. One of the very few checks that does require Song of Time. Yeah, Star. Sadly, I don't have. We don't have cams, so you guys can't see my wonderful facial expressions when I com.
And I love the SGL camera setup where they have the interviews and stuff. But no, this Song of Time cannot be skipped.
Not for the river.
No.
There's a few checks that require Song of Time, such as the river, such as toilet. A few others I'm blanking on.
Yeah, river and toilet are hard requirements. You have some softer key logic requirements for GCG.
Have we seen a toilet check or a toilet hint yet?
I do not believe so.
Okay, Star says no, and we also box 2 is the other. 1. 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 2 So we're not going to see a toilet hit? Is it a sometimes hint?
Yeah, it's a sometimes hint.
Oof, the painful way of getting up there for Zopar since he doesn't have the long shot.
Yeah, the vanilla way, and also this next room, like the like dragon head room with no hover boots and no long shot is also not fun.
Earl choosing to now get the chest that's on the left or right hand. So to the right hand and left hand.
May not have peeked it. But saved?
It is a small chest. It's a key. So yeah, that does kind of make sense of why to go get that.
Yeah, I mean it's key for a key. Yeah, spirit is now long shot locked.
Chad's like mirror toilet incoming. Oh goodness sakes. I mean, we're going to be getting Ocarina or the Song of Time anyway, so it's not like you're going long out of your way to get Song of Time just for the toilet. I can bet he is not happy. I mean, it's kind of funny. I've seen a slight trend where if it's AD, we get the occasional start of forfeits once everyone realizes it's AD. Because some runners don't like AD. Chat loves AD.
I mean, it depends. In this case, it's AD. Everybody's got to do AD. It's not one of those ambiguous.
It's an oops AD. Wait, I was saying earlier today I wanted an oops AD. Did I comment or did I curse it?
Yeah, the other thing is too is that this is a qualifier. This is one of your 8 that count. So if
The forfeit does count.
Yeah, you're taking a 0 and you're saying, look, I'll get it on the next one.
But we do drop your 3 lowest stars, so if you have some decent numbers, maybe you'd be like, screw it, I don't want to do yet another 80. Or, yeah, damn it, I don't want to do another Sem Seed.
Yeah, it's like the SAT. You get 100 points just for putting your name on it. So.
You do? I got a 0.
You spell cemetery with an S.
And an A, apparently. Which is actually true, cemetery with an A in England, so. Don't you get it? Well, I mean, I did take my SATs. I took my SATs and I took the ACTs.
Yeah.
Yeah. The hammer will be definitely required now. You will be picking up deep, even if it's kind of out of the way.
Yeah, I'm interested to see when we see a runner go Deku. We may see Zopar go for it here. He is equipping a slingshot, which is kind of tipping like going towards Lost Woods. He may be also going back to Child Spirit to pick up that big chest that he saw already.
And there's the lens for Earl. And there's Pharaoh's Wind for Angle. So yes, Deep Spirit had it.
And yeah, this is a play to go get the bow from Zopar. Gonna be kind of annoyed about that one having been in forest and in water. We'll see if Zopar chooses to stay child and wrap up Deku as well, or if it's going to be a very quick back to adult for forest and water.
We get to make the fun joke though. Stone Shadow does find a way.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about it with that forest temple path to Morpha. We're like, we really don't want to see our Din's Fire or our hover boots, and now it's like, hey, you guys got any of that Din's Fire or hover boots?
Yeah, you got any hovers laying around anywhere?
Yeah.
Hover. Well, we can't do hovers in toilet because we need ton of toilet time. I mean, we could do what? Mirror in toilet?
Yeah, we have the Iron Boots path to Twin Rova though, so I really think it's ice. But
Oh,
yeah,
Zopar does not have any Deku nuts to try and deal with this very annoying Stoffos. Wait, it can't be Din's in toilet because we have to have a way to get into Shadow to get our stone. Bad star. No cookie for you.
yeah. It could be Mirror Shield in toilet, but it's.
I wouldn't mind mirror in toilet.
It's one of those things where it's like you're already doing AD, right? Let's do it. So.
And here, Zopar's bow! He can't be happy about that.
He is minuetting out, so I'm thinking this is a play to Deku.
That, it's logical. You have the Curious Sword. You have, 5 checks in there.
Yeah, you got a bunch of checks in there.
He does not know it's AD, though.
He doesn't know it's AD, but he may have a suspicion because he has been in water, so he has seen more than half the dungeon.
Yeah, Alexis is the only one that found the bow on chickens. Everyone else chose the Spirit Temple one. Until the runners do chickens because they're trying to find other items and be like, "Ah, damn, I could get this earlier."
Yeah, and it's like, okay, yeah, you did it chickens that you didn't have to do. But also, Alexis got to do Forest Temple in one shot, whereas it's turned into a double dip for everyone else.
Yes, and Alexis knows that it's 80 as well.
Yeah.
Our Bondar runners know it's 80.
There's
Earl,
a big chest bow lock. That's not great.
and that's your other scale.
It's fine.
Earl will probably go to water after Forest.
I have not been paying attention to GTG key layout, but now that Alexis is here with the bow, we would have full information about whether or not toilet is a key or an item.
Someone quick count that high. I can't.
Yeah, I need one of the eggheads in chat to check me on this.
And starts like tracking keys now. That is not a key. Eagle's rolling around and going to go to Deku Tree.
Yeah, Ingle is going to give us the first look into Deku Tree. Zopar is going to get a hammer here. So I think things are starting to turn his way.
Things are just going to start rolling for him. Pun intended. Bad pun intended. So where is our Saria song? It's blocked by Minuet.
It doesn't necessarily have to be blocked by Minuet because of the
hook
shot. The hook
yeah.
shot solves the path, but it
What other song track do we have?
Yeah, we know the Burning Cack.
Oh, Ice Cavern.
Suns. We have Ice Cavern, And we know that Song of Time, we have Prelude.
We can do technically we can do ice as well. We have everything we need.
Yeah, we have it all. We haven't seen anyone turn their letter in yet.
No, but
we have-
Angle. Well, we have 2 kids, so maybe one of them will turn their letter in once they finish Deku Tree. And there's fire arrows. Sadly, that doesn't give us shadow access.
It doesn't, but it also points on that. You know, when we're thinking about like spirit logic and if we need our fire or not, which I don't remember the key layout. That does take a fire source for spirit off the board.
Yeah, because we can check the middle chest now, which is fire arrows.
Yeah, so we are looking at a mirror shield either in the toilet or more likely behind Rudo's letter.
I don't think Go mode could be hovers, since we need hovers for AD.
It just depends on when Dins and Mirror Shield show up.
Oh, I'm being proven wrong. And sadly, we don't get a Go mode Deku Tree, which is what, 90 seconds?
Another big chest.
Have we seen more than 10 skull turn in?
I do not believe we have.
And that is the nice arrows. Double arrows here in Deku Tree.
Yeah, if this was MM, we'd be popping off right now, but it doesn't do a ton for us. Zopar did not skip Hot Rodder. Zopar has the hammer. But just looking disdainfully at the bow that pops out of.
Could who is tracking Zopar please update his tracker? I can't remember who's tracking him. Do it real quick. Okay, Goma is in the Ingle's face now. Shouldn't take long. Nice one cycle.
So it's just the bloopy. So, an interesting Deku, not a particularly exciting Deku, but we had to do it.
Nothing interesting, but hey, it's a stone out of the way. Axel, I just blame you anyway. Because you blame me for everything. By the way, happy on very merry on birthday, Axel. DM, we use exclamation path. We don't have way of the hero hints anymore.
So Earl has also now finished up Forest Temple, has now also completed 2 medallions, but unfortunately has 0 stones. When he did dip DC, which is why he has strength 2, but didn't have a bomb bag at the time and chose to leave. So gonna see where Earl takes this from here.
Alexis went back as Kid.
Yeah, I imagine this is going to be doing Deku turning in Rudo's letter.
Yeah, Angle is headed up to the river, so definitely
A lot of chores.
Never mind. He's going to Kakariko, or
Might be clearing out a few of these.
Oh, no,
grottos.
there's
I
river.
don't know Oh, he's going up the river.
Sorry, I was misread where he was on the map.
Yeah, we do have fire available.
We do have our logic now for the bomb bags.
Yeah, honestly, going in and doing rank chess now too is really not that bad because you have FW, so you're really not losing any time.
Oh, by the way, neither scale was scale locked, of course. The one in GTG could have been our first scale too, to get the bomb bag.
Yeah, and I think we pretty much we can get frogs one. This is path to Vol. We haven't seen another bomb bag yet, but this could be our hovers.
Earl showing us fire, which is a nice change of pace. And it's a recovery heart.
Yeah, it's progression. We can do it. We can also get some information about the relative placement of our hover boots and logic.
Well, theoretically we can do every check here, right? As long as we picked up here.
Yeah, I don't know if Earl has, but actually Earl has the double defense, so that was on top of the lab roof. So I believe Earl has set Pierre.
Yeah, I did see him with Pierre.
Well, there's the hammer for Alexis. That was really his big open question mark.
Yeah, that's a good time to pick it up. You don't want to be running around trying to find that.
Yeah. There's our dens.
Hey!
That's two checks in Shadow Temple.
I will be back in just one moment.
Okay. So, picking up a few keys so far. We're going to see how far into fire we can get before we get locked out. We've seen the domain checks already. And we're seeing Zopar go back in to clean up Forest Temple.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back now. There was a knock on my door. I had to go figure out what it was.
Welcome back.
And it wasn't actually a knock on the door. It was my cat knocking something over, apparently.
Oh.
Because, you know, cats are good at that.
Not even like something fun like Christmas present delivery.
No, I wish I got free presents.
Got Amazon boxes showing up now, like every couple days.
I actually do have one arriving tomorrow. Wait. No, Wednesday. I think my brain was trying to think tomorrow is Wednesday. And there's the boss key for Earl.
Yeah, we're still not locked out yet. So I wonder what Earl is gonna do here. Actually, no, we have one key. We are
locked out?
have we been to the other side?
I don't know.
Well, Either way, headed for the boss. I believe Earl did pick up a fairy. Yeah, Din's was in the fire. I think it was the boss key chest. It was in the hammer loop.
We will have Earl taking on Volvagia for another medallion. For his first medallion.
Yeah, and we third, yeah, and then it will be. We also know too. We have the wallet on Shoot the Sun, so we know that this is in logic to be in here right now. What we don't know is that do we need the hover boots or are we able to climb all the way to the top?
Yeah, OT was Song of Time, which we will have to do Stone Shadow to get. And the reason we know it's all that it is required is because the boss key for Water Temple is no, and Eagle has not done Shadow. Boss key is in River Chest in Water Temple, so that is hard required to have a Song of Time.
Yeah, Engel and Zopar have completed Deku, but not Shadow. Zopar upset to see that big chest available. Took a couple whacks at it. Well, a stick upgrade, so we know that we could climb.
Let's climb.
Yeah, it's time for Earl to make a choice.
He is leaving. He's going to water. He's gonna get his information about AD now here momentarily.
Yeah, gotta confirm it, especially now that you have the Dins.
Okay, we are seeing Jabbo Jabbo here on Angle, so this is new checks for us.
Yeah, I really like the play with FW. You already came up here to turn in your letter. Might as well go ahead and get the one check you can do done.
Now, where did I hide the boomerang? Actually, that would be an interesting thing if boomerang was in toilet. Oops, Zopar, you kind of missed the safe spot.
Yeah, I wonder if Zopar's feeling a little bit frustrated. The combination of those two bows and then also like the long shot having been available and knowing like you're gonna have to go back to water. Like you probably feel like you're just doing everything in the wrong order, but there really hasn't been a straight correct answer to this seed, so.
Kinra, that is a great response, by the way. Kinra's like, you won't have to think about where you put it long, Sam, it'll come back to you. This has been a very fun seed for commentating and chat.
Yeah, there really hasn't been a clear you should do this, then this, then this.
Yeah, it's not been linear in any aspect, really.
And there also haven't been many places that have really been a waste of time, except for, there was nothing in GTG. That's probably been the time sink for people that have done it.
The only thing we really saw, what was that, scale?
Yeah, just a scale.
Did we get ever clarity if keys wise if we can not do toilet?
I think it's more fun experiencing the mystery.
Well, I
It's
just
definitely
wanted.
not that I didn't. Definitely not that I wasn't counting either.
Apparently, we all lost track of key numbers, so no one has an idea.
Ask me again in an hour.
When someone else does GTG.
Yeah, once we know for sure.
Engel now picking up their chews off of skulls.
I love it. An hour 40, 10 skull check. Like, yeah, that's that's how I play this game too. I love it.
I haven't done too many Ocarina of Time seeds. I'm still getting into Majora's Mask Randomizer. I've done a few MMR seeds. I still suck, but I'm getting better.
It's fun. That was the first rando that I ever played. Really enjoyed it.
So let's see. We have Zopar in Forest. We have Earl in Water. We have Alexis in Goron Valley. I keep saying Goron Valley, Goron City.
I have not tried the new the combo rando because I do not have 7 hours to sit down and play a full seed, and that's what it would take me to clear both. I'm pretty sure.
It would probably take me about 12. So. It looks very interesting, though.
Yeah, I'm super glad it is a thing that exists. I'm glad that it's something people worked on, and it's a super cool idea that people have talked about for a while. I'm glad that it finally exists. I mostly play Link to the Past now because of the seed length. It's
look where Angle's going.
yeah, this is new.
We have not gotten Sarias yet. We are running out of checks. We've already forgotten what checks we're still missing for songs, but Ice Cavern.
Yeah, Ice Cavern and Prelude.
Which, by the way, Angle now has opened up Ice Cavern because they went to Jabu Jabu. And it's what, your Spirit Medallion for this run that you would need to get Prelude check?
Yeah, we would need the Mirror Shield to get that. We're gonna see Angle just blaze through here. That's the power of CSMC in the well.
Yeah, it's chess matches content. Or content matches chess size. I don't even remember what the...
Yeah, are we on CTMC now? I'm not sure what the right...
CSMC.
CSMC, that's what we're on now? Okay. Yeah, so the
chess size matches content.
Both? Oh, you can't keep changing this on me. I barely knew the first thing.
Which we technically, in calls, since we might have newer runners, we necessarily don't want to use abbreviations either way.
Yeah. So yes, the important items are in the large chests. Unimportant items are in the small chest. There are a lot of chests in the world that you can see before you have to go and open them. So it's a lot of very quick.
And that's a key in the coffin.
Yep.
Yes, Dancing Dad could be important. I mean, Dancing Dad could have our Mirror Shield. It could have our Boomerang. We don't have our, it could have one of our troll items. There is the Dinsfire for Alexis.
Yeah, until you actually check it, it could have anything. And that's what makes it exciting.
That's one of the great things about Randomizer, right? It's guaranteed to have something. Whether that something is beneficial or not, we don't know.
I believe that is Zopar getting the
bad news.
The bad news.
He hasn't ditched out yet. I think he might have one or two more checks.
He Oh, yeah, because he couldn't get to Vanilla BK because he didn't have a long shot.
Well, in Vanilla BK, doesn't that have our? Oh no, Longshot Chest has our Rudo's letter.
Yeah, he was able to get that though because he had to do this room, and you can see like Earl just saved a bunch of time being able to long shot halfway across the room in one go versus having to raise and lower and raise and lower.
And I do apologize in advance because I'm going to make this joke, but every time you hear Earl, the Dixie Six songs, Earl's Gotta Die pops in my head. But I don't want Earl to die because Earl's being great on Restream.
Yeah, currently our medallion leader, not our dungeon leader, still has to finish those 2 stone dungeons.
Tied for medallions, I think, isn't he?
He has 3. He has 3 of the medallions, but none of the stones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong track. And Hammer Strats on Dark Link.
And well was a bust.
So where is our progression?
Higher up in Fire Temple.
Who's ready for a Fire Temple climb?
I mean, Ice with the Iron Boots path to Twin Rova and the Rudo's letter. I think Ice is the next bit of progression.
We have not seen Wasteland, and we have not seen Ice. So, I mean, Ice does have a lot of checks, and it has a song.
Yeah, Engel has not yet picked up the hammer.
Ooh, Earl's really struggling here with Dark Link.
Yeah, out of Deku Nuts, the most underrated item in the game.
There we go. Good job, Earl. Maybe Engel is trying to hope to get Saria song before he gets. I don't know. Because right now there's 2 checks he can do in Goron City as a child.
Yeah, 2 of them that are available. Cleaning up some of this Lost Woods stuff. I think this is just full child cleanup until he stumbles across a progression, which he will in Goron City.
Then he could head to Fire. I mean, Engel could also do Ice if he goes back adult, but
Alexis is down, but back up.
joys of getting a fairy.
Yeah, and the perils of CSMC. You are in here with a little less health than you might be otherwise, so that the timer is shorter. But I think most of these runners feel pretty comfortable on 40 seconds in a bottle.
Engel is here in Goron City.
This will be the hammer for Engel. Zopar likely heading to Fire after closing out Crater. Interested to see what Alexis is going to do next.
Okay, Earl's gonna head to Deku Tree, which only has the 2 arrows we know of.
Yeah, gotta get those stones done.
I think all our runners now have knowledge that it's 80.
I believe so. I believe Zopar was the last one to find that out.
Yeah, looks like this might be an ice play for Alexis. Wait, did he turn in Naru's letter? Or Arudo's letter? Man, I'm getting my games mixed up. Or my items mixed up.
I'm not sure, because I think that... Yeah, Alexis went to domain, I think, the earliest out of anyone. Yep, has all of the bottles.
So then, yes, he did turn it in.
And that is now the hammer for Engel, so we have hammers for all 4 of our players now.
It's hammer time?
It is hammer time.
Stop. It's hammer time. I now have to turn that song on for a second. Yeah, Engel definitely has to be happy that they finally have their hammer.
Alright, we're going to get our first look at some new checks that were behind those iron boots.
Wonder if any runner will go deep fire.
Yeah, we know that you could climb in Logic. I'm really interested to see what's back here though, because we could be talking about hover boots back here in ice, and then that opens up all of Shadow, or Mirror Shield could also just be in Shadow behind that. Nothing on the iceberg. Oh, we have treasure chest game starting out.
I'm team left. I'm left-handed, so I go team left. And I'm already out.
EGS?
We have Big Goron Sword in Icy Waters. I think it was what, left, right so far? And right.
Really trying to focus to make sure I identified Icy Waters correctly.
Well, you didn't have to worry about it too much since he went down and got it too.
Icy Waters was hinted. Oh.
Wait, like you expect us to remember all the hints? I know you have your cheat sheet, which we could look at, but yeah.
I can barely read, that's why I talk.
Right, no one said reading was required.
Yeah. We've already covered Sim's SATs.
And we've already covered my inability to count.
Yeah.
Apparently Ella can't type either.
Yeah, I'm not popping my shoes off to count GTG keys, guys.
Yes, please keep your shoes on. We need to keep the smell in here decent.
Yeah.
And that is Goma down for Earl. Goma's gotta die.
Very quick.
Okay, and Zopar will be on Vavaja.
We have a small chest in what is, for my money, the worst room in the game.
The best room in the game?
This least favorite room in the game by
best room in the
very
game.
Wide margin.
If you don't like it, then it's great. If runners hate it, it's great for comms and it's great for chat. I think that was a small. There's nothing
Oh.
importance in the.
That is a rude Volvagia for Zopar.
Oh, that's the Rang right there in Ice Cavern. We have our boomerang, people.
Welcome to life before KZ Skip.
So almost at our 2-hour mark, we can now finally clear Jabu.
Yeah. Interesting too, because we still have that path to Twin Rova to unwind.
I mean, we still need hovers, we still need mirror. Once we have mirror or hovers, we will probably open a bet for the other one. My keyboard is possessed tonight, so I'm glad I'm not typing too much. I don't like anyone in Axel. Everyone hates me too, so. Actually, I changed that. Seedbot likes me. Nah, Axel, I love when we calm together. I wish we could calm together again at some point, but I can only do 2 more restreams. And then I have family in town for the holidays, and I'm going to be busy.
So Zopar's having to make another run back Evolve. Got a really unfriendly placement with how Evolve popped up in that bottom middle hole.
Rude.
Quick kill timing for him.
How very rude. Well, if he would just go to Icy Waters, he could get that big Goron sword, and then this would be cakewalk, right?
Yeah, it'd be literally free.
Or he could just go buy. I mean, we have our wallet. We could go buy a Goron tunic, right?
Yeah, but buying a tunic is quitting.
Oh, you're supposed to do it without the Goron tunic. What if it's a gift to you, though? Do you still not equip it?
I mean, I put it on because I use Plando Cosmetics. My Goron tunic is the dress whites. I like to finish the seed with it on.
There's one runner I know that I've seen on Restream that does whites for everything.
Interesting.
Their regular tunic, their Goron tunic, and their Zora tunic are all white.
Saw some good ones during the Scrubs tournament. Everyone had different groups themed to songs. So we saw people that were doing like purple and orange themes for all their cosmetics. That was really cool. The cosmetic customization is a really nice addition to the randomizer.
We now have our Saria song. But and I forgot to mention this. Happy 2 hours! My caffeine's finally kicking in. Shout out to our amazing runners, Earl, Alexis, Engel, and Zopar, who are being tracked by Axel, Red, Triforce Explorer, and Star. And joining me on comms, well, originally starting on comms, and then joined by me on comms, is Pick 6.
And Cemetery pulling double duty, commentating and restreaming. Thank you to all of the volunteers for making this happen.
Without you, we would be sitting here talking to an empty screen. I mean, I talk to myself all the time.
A bomb bag.
Oh, wow, a bomb bag?
Gee whiz.
It's what I always didn't want. How kind of King Zora to have that last bomb bag for us, right? Here's an interesting question for you. Was that bomb bag actually blocked by bombs?
Yeah, I think we had a key on crack wall, I believe. So that would be a bomb lock. That would be a bomb lock key in water, and the Rudo's letter was 5 key lock.
Okay. Yeah, and I wonder when Alexis will head to Jabu Jabu. Actually, I think that's where he's going right now. I first thought he was a Deku, and now I can kind of see that Kokiri shield. Deku shield.
First wallet. Frog's one was junk. Yeah, I know Shoot the Sun's wallet we don't have. I don't remember where the other one was.
I know we got it nice. We got it fairly early. It was in Forest. It was early Forest because our runners without bows, I believe, picked it up.
Our bottles are available. Our
All of them.
access to ZL was available.
So now that we have the boomerang, we have access to all the rest of Jabu Jabu's belly, so we can finish off Baronade.
Yeah,
We still need those hovers to be able to do our other stone.
Yeah, and we don't have resolution on the Iron Boots path to Twin Roba. Boomerang is the best lead that we have to follow right now. The other thing this would open up is this would also give us the Shadow and Spirit medallions for Lax.
Hey, if I've gotten truly evil on our logic, I can't complain one bit. I've had some very strange logic in MMR, so.
What's unfortunate for Earl is that Earl is now also here without FW.
Here without FW and here without the boomerang.
Yeah, so gonna have to hike back.
We have had, we did do chickens. Vim, it was our first bow, though it was not the only one accessible. And Alexis was the only one that picked up that bow on chickens.
Yeah, I don't think Alexis has any regrets about that bow.
No, it's actually helped them quite a bit. HBA had nothing.
Oh yeah, the strengths were in crater or trail wall and DC.
I don't think Longshot was bomb locked.
It was at the bow chest.
Is that
So
bomb locked?
Yes, you need the strength to get. You need the strength to get to the bow. The strengths are.
Oh, yeah. Unless we find strength 3 in somewhat very bizarre odd location, but.
Which is also the wallet is bomb locked. Because the wallet was even deeper.
Hey, Alexis, by the way, found her Goron tunic. After, I mean, that will helpful if you go back in the fire, right?
Yeah, the way this seed is going, we could totally wind up back in fire.
You mean deep fire where I hid?
Wow!
Hovers?
Welcome to another big chest in Jabu.
Jabu's that loaded? And there's our
There we
hovers! Now we have access to Shadow. Full of all of Shadow. So I will work on getting a bed opened for our good old Mirror Shield.
And I think that really points to Mirror Shield and Shadow. We still have not resolved the path to Twin Roba.
It's gonna be a quick bet, maybe like 5-10 minutes max, but
And so now I do also have confirmation that Spirit was magic locked. We had a boss key on the map chest, but not relevant given where our fire sources were.
I'll go with my good old bet that I do every single time. Bongo bongo. You're Vinley, you're thinking, yeah. Oh god, it could be on Morpha.
Yeah, there is one more item remaining in water. I'm pretty sure that is on Morpha.
So where's your bet gonna be, Pix?
I think it's gotta be Shadow. So I'll just say the Wind Room chest. And I am going to make a quick run to the restroom while Alexis is on the way to Baronade.
Mwahaha, chat, you're stuck with just Cemetery for a little bit. Alexis is fairly a bit ahead. They have, they'll get their 4th medallion here. But sadly, they don't have clean audio, so I can't switch audio over. So we're stuck with Earl, who's doing a deep Hyrule Castle. We've all lost count when we are doing Toilet, so we do not know if Toilet is a key or not. Because that's just a repeat of Zora River is Path to Volvaggio. Toilet is a fairly common bet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that have bet Toilet. We do see Deeper Fire by Ingle here, so. Rang was in Ice and Hovers was in Jabu Jabu. No, we have not had anyone dip Shadow yet because we just got our Hovers and we didn't want to only do 2 with Din's Fire.
Ingle is at the top of Fire Temple. That's an interesting development.
I know. I was saying Ingle's in Deeper Fire. That will be interesting.
Of all the places to be, that is one of them.
Zopar is going to do bottom well, which we know is just bait.
Yeah, with qualifiers, you see a lot less forfeits than you would in a weekly.
Because
people are gonna say
actually count
this
stuff.
Yeah, it's Saturday night. I don't want to do AD. I'm out of here.
Yeah, if you see people start finishing in a year like 5 items from Go mode, then I can kind of maybe see a forfeit. But I've seen multiple runners still work to finish with that too, because it is one of your times. And you might in your later runs too see people, or in your later quals, see maybe a little bit increase in forfeits, because more people just join for practice, and then be like, "Hey, screw this, I don't want to do it." But
if you have enough in there that you know it's not going to improve your position, you can see something like that. But at this point, this is qual number 10 of 19. There is a lot more qualifier season to be played in a short amount of time.
We do have our next qualifier. It will be this Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Can you take any gander on who's restreaming that?
Is it you?
Quite possibly, yes.
Restreamer to the Stars Cemetery?
No,
Yeah, so
Axel,
keep
it's
it-
not you.
So keep it tuned here to the ZSR family of brands, bringing you all of the qualifiers that are not on TSG, which I think is maybe like one more.
I think there's 3 more Silver Gauntlet races.
And there's 3 more, and then following that, a tournament.
Let me. I'm gonna double check that real quick. Because now you got me curious, Pix. Oops, clicked the wrong link. Two more, silver gauntlets. We have Qualifier 13 and Qualifier 15.
Well,
which
keep it
are
tuned here
3 days apart.
when you tune there, but then tune immediately back.
I mean, we might have things that are going on here too, so tune into both places.
Open multiple browser tabs.
Watch all races, all things Zelda. I mean, we haven't. We have AD. We learned early that it's AD, so it'll be interesting to see when our first times start ticking in. There are 19 qualifiers, Rob. Last one is on December 22nd. And J-Dude, it was in Ice Cavern.
Keep it tuned to the top left corner of your screen. You'll see the boomerang pop up in just a couple minutes.
Earl will show it to you. And we now have our first dip into Shadow Temple. In 2 minutes, I will close betting. So if you want to take a bet where your mirror shield is, please do !bet and put it in there. A lot of people have bet toilet, but you can get bragging rights if you get it correct. Oh yeah, you have to do an ! bet and on wherever you think the item is located. Hovers were in Jabu Jabu's belly after you were boomerang required. We saw GGG cage room, and I believe it was it was a small chest.
Yeah, what we're waiting to resolve at this point is we have Death Mountain Crater Path to Twin Rova. That gave us the Iron Boots, which gave us Rudo's Letter, which then gave us the Hover Boots. So there's a strong suspicion that the Mirror Shield is going to pop up here. That's the best lead we have to follow, but we do have that path that we have to close out.
Ankle finally out of fire, by the way. Nothing up there.
Zopar.
He didn't want that shield anyway, right? Well, he wanted it.
He wanted that 20th skull.
He wanted it cleaned, so he gave it to like to eat it and clean it, right?
Yeah. If you, the Rang is gonna pop up here on Earl's screen here in just a minute.
It was here in Ice Cavern, in the other room with blue fire. So which of the ones in Ice Cavern are your least favorite rooms, Pix?
First one, the map room.
I hate the sliding puzzle.
Yeah, I don't really like that one that much, but I would say, in my opinion, the worst room in the game is that map chest of Ice Cavern, that first room that you go into.
No, and boss keys are not vanilla. They are part of the somewhere in the dungeon checks. Axel, would that be the whole Ice Cavern?
Yeah, if you thought Zopar was mad about the bow and Goron pod, just wait for this one.
Wait, we had a bow and Goron bot too?
Yeah.
Oh god. Does he have clean audio? I might want to listen to this real quick. I was guessing if that was your least favorite thing, Axel, if it was the whole of Ice Cavern.
Yeah, the Death Mountain Crater Path to Twin Rova tells us that something has to block our access to Feeding Spirit Temple. And as we've kind of followed through things that have been behind the iron boots and then the letter, and now we found ourselves at the hover boots.
No reaction from Zopar, but probably quite frustrated.
The scale in this seed actually
Locked our bombs.
Yeah, the first scale did lock our bomb bag in river. But yeah, gold scale only logically lab dive.
As we all know, logic is just a suggestion. Angle will actually show you where one of the scales is here in a second.
Turned in the letter, I guess trying to circle back into the logic, just because he hasn't headed the ice cavern. Yeah, Lee, we have the BKs on the river. We at least found out fairly early. I think we've known for probably about an hour.
That is 80.
Yeah. Oh, there's a big chest. There we go.
And there's air shield. That is in Spiky room chest.
So for a kind of weird AD seed, yeah, I think we'll see some. I think we'll see some okay times on this. We should definitely see some sub threes. That is go for Alexis. Alexis has marked go on his personal tracker.
This was the closest to it. And then I'm choosing myself because I also chose Bongo Bongo. And I was the only one with the premium bets that chose Shadow.
I thought we'd get a little bit.
Oh wait, no. Fiora did too, but it's still about the same distance.
Yeah, just do your dungeons.
We are now up to 4 forfeits, but we have not had a finisher yet. But we do have runners probably in go mode or close to go mode.
Yeah, and Earl has the rank now. Earl is on the track to get this done. Earl also still has to go and just wrap up Dodongo's Cavern. Earl got in there.
Oh yeah, he kind of has been skipping at that, hasn't he?
Well, Earl did go in. Chose not to kill KD because didn't have a bomb bag and it was a stone. This was before we knew that it was AD. So I think it was reasonable to dip at the point that Earl chose to dip. You got strength 2, so you might think you've extracted the maximum value you're going to get, but yeah, going to have to head back there and do that. It'll be quick. Yeah, we talked about that bow on chickens a lot and how, yeah, you didn't have to do it, but it did give Alexis the means to...
He routed it so smoothly.
Yeah, got into forest one time, was able to clear everything except for the BK and water first time. Just been able to be incredibly efficient, whereas we're seeing a lot of the other runners have had these double dips kind of forced on them. Zopar had a really unfortunate run of dipping forest before the long shot, going into Child Spirit but not having the means to go pick up the other bow.
Real quick, Dude, it is all dungeons required because you have to get the Song of Time, which is on the Ocarina of Time check, meaning you need all the stones, because the boss key for Water Temple is in the river chest, which requires the Song of Time. Yes, Haz, the mirror was in the Spike Room chest in Shadow.
We are short a small key. Did we find a boss key already?
In Shadow? I don't think so.
But Ingle is now getting on the path.
So clarify for some for people in chat if curious, the qualifiers, we have 19 of them. As we take your your second, third, fourth, and fifth best scores and average them out, and then our top 64 runners with scores will have a tournament, and then there will be the next 64 will have a challenge cup over by the Silver Gauntlets. And as stated earlier, we only keep your first 8 races. And we drop your first and bottom 3. By the way, with our race room being named Good Big Octo, we did see a Big Octo.
Yeah, they would think these runners would consider it a good Big Octo. Just look at the top left screen.
Yeah, Earl's about to get them, Bio.
But yeah, this is going to be the 10th qualifier in the books. 9 more coming up, and a little less than 3 weeks. We're going to have 9 races popping up, so there's going to be a real sprint here heading into the holidays, and then we will be back with the 64-player bracket. So 126 or 127 races, depending on how winners and losers shake out. So a lot of rando coming up here over the next couple months.
Dude, this is actually one of the more smaller qualifiers I've seen. We've had as high as 131. Our first one had 127. And what we'll be doing is, even if they're off screen, we will acknowledge the first 7 runners, because that's what we base our scores off for our runners. And of course, we'll announce the times for our on-screen runners too. Who's ready for Bongo Bongo? Angle now has the ring. All our runners so far on Restream have decent numbers, Star.
Yeah, Alexis is getting the Alexis is probably getting the biggest benefit to his average here.
Drop that forfeit. It'll be, yeah, you have a winner's bracket side and a loser's bracket side.
Yeah, I think the cutoff for season 5 was somewhere around like an 850 point average.
That's pretty nice. So, how many points would you get if you finish first in a race?
Depends on how far you are ahead of the part-time. I think it maxes at 1100. But basically, when top 7 finish, that average time is going to set what's basically like the par time, and then you can gain or lose points from how far ahead or behind that time you are.
Angle's still picking up skulls. Trying to get to that 20 mark. And with that, Alexa can now go pick up the Song of Time.
I'm gonna have to make a quick age change.
Quick question about that. Would you go do Spirit so you would only have to do one more? You're gonna have to do an age change anyway, but you're adult already. Or do you just do adult or Spirit when you come back as adult?
I don't think you have to do Child Spirit. There is one key, but there's a key on adult side you can get.
And there was 2 keys in Child.
No, because there was the 2 hard child lock checks were a key and the bow. The ones in Child Climb you can reach as an adult. But we know there was a big chest that you could peek on the child like Torches chest. That was a bow, because that was everybody else's first bow.
True. So now you don't have to technically go Child.
Yeah, logically you need that key, but practically in Go mode, I don't believe you need it.
As we always love to say, logic is just a suggestion, right?
We didn't have any particularly funky, key logic shenanigans. Water probably the most interesting, just with how deep the Rudo's letter was. But the Spirit boss key is in the map chest, so the Firelock chest in the middle. But Alexis is going to go ahead and just... It's a qual. No one's finished yet. You feel like you're in pretty good position. So, go ahead.
I would truly laugh if you said no one's finished yet and we got out the bot telling us someone's finished.
But there's a... I think from this is a qual perspective, you play it safe, you get the 2 hard child lock checks, and you know for sure you don't have to age change again.
So I would put Alexis fairly in the lead here on Restream. Earl not too far behind. I mean, he does still have to do all of Shadow. Now, I have a question for you, Pix, and for everyone in chat. What is your favorite and least favorite dungeons in Ocarina of Time?
I mean, personally, I think the Shadow Temple is probably the most fun to play. I think Child Spirit's pretty fun.
Axel, get back in the basement. By the way, speaking of finishers, GG to Cola, who finished with the first place time of 2 hours, 31 minutes, and 3 seconds.
GG's. Really good time on AD and the immediate.
Oh yeah, there's the 4. We've had 5 forfeits right after that dot done.
Yeah, if you feel like you're off the path, which in this case, Ingle is staring down having to finish Jabu and Shadow and Spirit and Water.
That might have kept him a little more unwilling to do it when he just got the hover, so he can full clear Shadow now.
I think most people know that it's 80. You could get the knowledge that it was 80 pretty
With
quickly.
his-
I don't.
Yeah, as early as your items for Water Temple are, you probably went to water fairly early and saw that. Oh shit! It's on water. It's on river.
Yeah. Some of these people that I've seen here, like Felix, has had some good quals. May just think that he's far enough off of the time that he's not going to improve his score.
Mirror Shield was in Spike Room Chest in Shadow Temple. Why is Zopar waiting?
I don't know.
Yeah, it could also just be a bathroom break. No, he's moving his character around, so he might be waiting for time of day. Did he not do a Richard check earlier?
Yeah, or Lynn's minigame. I'm not sure which one he's waiting for.
Team full left. Continue to be team left. And I'm immediately out.
I wonder if Alexis is going to open this big chest. Nope.
Why would you?
Buy FW.
He's just looking for that for that boss key, which is right here.
Yeah, it would save you some time in water to be able to leave it by Morpha and FW immediately back, but you don't know that that's what's in there.
That is a funny relation. So Cola, who finished first, loves to guess on the mini game at least once, Treacherous mini game once, even without the lens. And so one of our restreamers, if they restreams that, they might have saw Cola be the one that got done and headed for Treasure Chest mini game. I don't think anyone's actually opened the Treasure Chest minigame. We just see it's a small chest and a run away.
Yep. Don't even spend the magic for it.
Run away!
So I think it'll be fairly close for second place because Earl does have to go back and wrap up DC, but I think there's enough there that he's still going to be ahead of Ingle.
The seed has been great. It's an all dungeon seed required for Ocarina of Time's Song of Time, 4 River chest boss key. Because I'm evil. Mwahaha. Pix, I think you've actually had to deal with my evilness before in MMR.
Probably. You never know. I don't put too much stock in seed rollers. I think it's all rando bot nonsense.
I would just like to claim when it's evil that it was me that had a touch in it.
And that's going to be go mode for Earl. Speaking of hitting go mode, but still having 4 dungeons to wrap up.
I like 3 out of the 4 dungeons for so MMR being the main game I used to commentate, restream, and track. Now I restream and commentate most of them. River Chest was not hinted. They found out painfully by doing all the other chests. I've been meaning to, Star, but are they going to move the weekly? And I also did a lot during the Zelda 2 tourney, so I was kind of taking a small break.
I think this is going to be a new one. We're going to get the Wasteland check.
I mean, that will be something fun to know. Since we know... Oh, by the way, what the hell happened? And it's finished with a second place time of 2 hours, 38 minutes, and 44 seconds.
Yeah, GG's to What the Hells. The Season 4 champion. Back again.
Yeah, you won't see any collaboration between ZSR and SG. We do work together with Silver Gauntlets.
Yeah, we talked about how Alexis was able to to really build a lead by being efficient, being in dungeons just one time. This is going to be another unfortunate double dip for Zopar looking for the hover boots.
Yeah, we should slowly see the runners trickling in. Alexis has the heavy lead here on Restream now.
Alexis is also going to have to spend his last arrow to open the ice switch in River.
Uh-oh.
So, don't miss, buddy.
There's not an arrow refill anywhere for that, is there?
I don't know, because there are some pots before Darkling, I think.
There might be then some an arrow pickup there. Oh, I realized I probably never said what my favorite and least favorite dungeons are in here. Just for shits and giggles. My favorite is Spirit Temple. My least favorite... probably Jabu Jabu.
Yeah, I don't think that's a super popular one. I know Forest Temple. Forest Temple gets a lot of hate. I really don't mind Forest Temple.
It's a little bit of a snooze fest, but it's, I mean, really linear. You can't... Axel, he puts the lotion on his skin, or he gets the hose again.
Water with uppers versus water without. Yeah.
Oh, that is true.
Not-
What was on long chest? That was Rudo's letter.
Yeah, that was our what set off the path to Twin Rova there for us.
And here's mirror shield for Ingle. Yes, I've heard the song version of that, and it's just wrong. Earl now heading back to the normal boss room check. Or boss key check. He didn't see a big chest, so he's screw it. I'm not even going to burn the walls. Alexa should definitely sub 3. I don't think any of our other runners on here have really much of a chance to do that, right?
I don't think it's out of the question for Earl. The getting DC done is going to be super quick.
True, and Angle probably no way subs.
Climbing GT. Actually, yeah, I didn't think about the spirit aspect of it.
That's why I was thinking only Alexis would sub 3.
Yeah, when you throw spirit on top of it, yeah, I don't think I see it. Also, for the race for a second too, Ingle has done a good portion of spirit already.
Yes, he has that benefit of it out, but Twin Rova, and there's a reason we sometimes call it Troll Rova, because they do like to troll us at times. Something I kind of want to point out that's kind of fun. Once you beat the water temple, that you can make, opponent fall from the sky. There's a minor glitch involved with that. Or minor.
I've heard about that. I don't think I've ever actually seen it in practice.
I know I saw it once or twice during Season 5. There's a certain runner that always would like to do it if they were being restreamed. Nice first cycle roll for Bongo Bongo.
We have now reached double-digit forfeits. We're up to 11 as Alexis is making his way up the tower, probably 5 to 7-ish minutes from finishing the seed.
Not bad. I mean, they'll definitely sub 3 unless they die repeatedly on Ganon.
Yeah, barring catastrophe, a pretty comfy sub 3.
We had about 4 forfeits before the first dot done, and then once the first dot done happened, they jumped.
Yeah, the kind of like what we talked about, right? The seed opened up so much, and there were a lot of different ways that runners could go in this, and I don't think there was necessarily one right answer to the seed, but there were a few wrong answers.
There was nothing linear about this seed, really.
It was really...
Yes and no, until you got pushed to go into Jabu Jabu to get your Huffers to go into Shadow. Forfeits will not be announced by... we'll announce when there is a forfeit, but we'll not announce names. That is not for us to divulge. I love the trick where Angle is on the boat, where you can just have the Stalfos walk off the boat.
Yeah, the Luigi wins by doing absolutely nothing strats.
It's a great strat.
I'm all about doing the least amount of work possible.
By the way, we also forgot to mention that Earl still has to finish DC.
Yeah, it's a real quick with the choose.
But that's still like another minute or two you have to go through.
Yeah, that's gonna be what tightens up the race between Earl and Ingle. That and Ingle has a little bit of a head start in Spirit. Also going to be able to make use of a Furor's win. I'm not sure where his is.
Where were lights again?
Lights were in the Goron City maze. They were. Yeah, we got those.
Oh, I was just gonna make the joke about. I bet you didn't find my lights at the Goron City. I mean, I saw one the other day that was one of the very first checks you did. It was on Kakariko Village Rooftop Man. So just chilling there with the lights.
Well, we were talking at the beginning when there was that 50 skull magic out there, like
biggest troll to see at first.
Yeah, about just like, oh yeah, we can kind of work towards that. We really only need it for our lights. We probably don't have to do shadow today. And then here we are. But yeah, we found lights and magic basically 15 minutes in.
Now, phase 2 of Ganon for Alexis.
Yeah, going to be a really, really strong showing for Alexis. It's going to be really interesting to see the spread on the rest of these times.
Just in time for Ingle to go do Bongo Bongo. Earl and Angle should finish really closely. Zopar is still on a random hunt for something.
Yeah, unfortunately, Zopar kind of found himself off the path and just needs to go to Ice Cavern to set that chain off. That's going to lead him to everything.
Star, we were trying not to say third place because we didn't want any chance of jinxing and sniping.
Well, whatever happens. Where Alexis is about
we do have
being home.
We do have Commentator's Curse and jinxing. So.
But quick and easy. Go ahead and get your GGs ready. Alexis is going to be our first finisher on Restream. Going to be booking a third place finish with a time of 2:50.55.
GG's Alexis! Woohoo!
Yeah, really just played phenomenally.
Yeah, Angle and Earl are going to be neck and neck.
Yeah, I would maybe think it's going to be advantage.
I'd have an Angle.
Yeah, I think it's going to be advantage Angle with the FW and the.
Because Earl didn't get Pharaoh's Win because it's deep in rune.
His I guess Angle's FW's in Spirit. That's good. So that's going to free it up for water as well.
That's not bad at all. Oh, GG2, I don't know. Finishing with a time of 4 and 4th in 2 hours, 51 minutes, and 57 seconds.
To who?
I don't know.
Me either.
I don't know who we're GGing, so.
I was told this was Qualifier, so we had to keep it serious. I'm going to try not to turn this into Abbott and Costello.
I mean, with the Seed by Me star, sometimes I wouldn't second guess 4 hours. I did have a very bad reputation during the last season, or last season 5 for very long seeds. Hey, Nyquil. I've not heard word from Alexis, so we might not get an interview from them. They sometimes have connection issues, so.
Yeah, if we can get him in. Great. Obviously, understand if we can't.
Oh, yeah, Alexis is also French. Also, if they're French, it is also like 4 o'clock in the morning over there.
Oh, yeah, and
5 a.m.
How good is your French?
Bonjour, comment allez-vous?
All right. So you're going to have to translate for me.
I do not know where the bathroom is.
It'd be a little hard to tell with England and Earl.
I don't know what language. I think Earl is U.S., but I'm not sure about England. I've not talked to them enough. All 3 other are U.S. Zopar's finally going ice.
Yeah, Zopar is getting back on track here.
Well, that's one way to get back to the front of the dungeon. It's save and quit.
Yeah, no FW. There's not really an easy way back from no easy way back from the river. Joss, don't sell yourself short.
Rexen Deutsch?
It could do a lot worse, Joss.
Habla español?
As we've covered on the on this restream, I can barely
Speak English.
handle English.
Well, I can't speak English. I can't count. We can't. Neither of us can read.
And
So
he's to Melrose, coming in 5th.
shout out, GG's Melrose. Good job. 2 hours, 55 minutes, and 40 seconds. So we'll announce probably the next 2 runners, unless they are restream, which we'll announce anyway. I can possibly see Zopar kicking himself again once he finally gets the ring here in Ice Cavern. Oh, we are going to be joined by Alexis. GG's, Alexis.
Yo, thank you.
Yeah, GG's.
You did some amazing routing in there. GG's.
Yeah. Honestly, I have a question. What is this fucking joke? I finish literally 20 minutes after Cola, but I get the podium. What the fuck?
We're thinking Cola might have just god routed it, perfect.
It's the seed stayed pretty open. I think for what we saw in restream, the chicken's bow was actually really good for you, even though there were other ones available.
Yeah, my bow in Kuko is very strong.
Yeah, it was the first. You got that one. All our other runners got the first one in spirit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think you had the ability to clear all of forest in one go, whereas that turned into a double dip for a lot of other people. It gave you the ability to figure out where the water bosky was on your first trip there that the other people weren't able to do. So it enabled you to be really efficient.
Real quick, GG2 Words for Swords, who has a 6th place time of 2 hours 57 minutes and 1 second. But you did really well. We enjoyed watching you on restream. What other thoughts do you have on the seed?
Nice. The seed is. I like this seed, but for me, it's the seed was simple. My only error, I guess, is go to DTG after adult fishing. I would like to try go to DTG for get the scale for give the letter, but I get this in adult fishing, but go to DTG. Yes, go to DTG. But,
yeah. What did you think when
think,
you realized it was all dungeons based on keys and?
This all dungeons very surprised me, but when I see it, I think okay, it's good. My reaction when I see it, it's okay, why not? It's good, huh? But not change, just need to find 2 more items.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had already done DC at that point when you found out too, and you knew where the K sword was, so it was just a matter of shadow.
Yeah.
Then it just streamlined because you went to Ice Cavern and got the boomerang, and then hovers were right there in Shadow. Or not Shadow, in Jabu Jabu's, and then the Mirror Shield was in Shadow.
Yeah, that's very linear with the path to TMC.
Oh, quick, G to Tanjo 3, finishing with a 7th place time of 2 hours, 58 minutes, and 16 seconds.
Strong finish that
That
is gonna round out our top 7. So this is set the bar for everyone.
Yeah, and happy 3-hour mark, by the way.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate you joining us on this qualifier. I believe it's nice and early over there.
Yeah.
And shout out real quick to our trackers, Axel, Ryman, Triforce Explorer, Red, and Star 1468. Shout out to amazing runners, Alexis, who's in here in the comm booth with us, Earl, Weird, Zopar, and Angle. And thank you again, Pick6, for commentating with me.
Thanks for joining and running double duty. So Alexis, how many quals has this been for you?
I'm not sure to understand. Sorry.
I think this is your 6th call or something like that. You have some decent numbers.
Yeah,
Third
it's
place.
my 16th qual, and I'm very happy to this because my qualifier for this moment that's very bad, and I very hard to me this year to get top 64. So I'm very happy to this qualifier.
Yeah, it should give you a nice, strong number to help towards the top 64 race seeds.
Yeah, that's hard this year, but I have a little hope, so I try to get this.
We're gonna see Angle finally get his boss key. Zopar will be heading into Jabu Jabu's belly next. And we are starting to get our trickles in of other place finishers. You guys started a trend. It was just first, second, third, a little bit of a gap, and then downhill from there. They're starting to pour in. But thank you for joining us. If you don't have any other questions, comments, concerns, or if you want to stick around, feel free to. We have Earl right now in Spirit Temple, Ingle in Water. They've already finished the opposite, so it's more a race on restream between those two.
Yeah, this is kind of what we were talking about, the FW in Spirit, which by the way was that big chest you skipped, but you were in go mode. But that FW and not having already had DC done just give Angle the window to jump back ahead.
Nice single cycle for Angle.
Let's go, Engel, let's go.
Yep, Earl's just about to start on Twin Rova. Just have to kill the save Nibiru first.
So Single's gonna be about a Twin Rova ahead. Has to sit through one of the longest cutscenes.
Well, and you have two cutscenes. You have both the cutscene of the merging and the cutscene of at the end. Look at all those trickle-in finishes.
Yeah, I think it's just the hammer. I think could have tripped people up. That was, I think, a question mark for you, Alexis. Was the thing we were probably most concerned about you finding.
Oh, okay.
It being in Goron City on the Big Goron, because he took a while to get to a child Goron City.
There was other stuff to do. It wasn't really that attractive when there were still dungeons on the board, but I think you worked it in with Deku and once you knew it was AD.
I will be right back again. My phone's going off.
Okay.
I have friends that call me at early random hours.
So Zopar has made it back, child. Did leave FW in job, so we're gonna be able to get back there pretty quick. But the unfortunate having basically being on the path to go mode, because you know that hover boots have to lead to mirror shield by the time you find them, that it's just one thing after another at the very end.
Okay, I am back. Is Troll Rova a thing?
Ah, terrible.
And our validation chest in Ganon's castle is just a single small chest too, so I thought it was funny. I did see a race where it was our light arrows.
I guess I just noticed that Ingle not pick up the big Goron sword.
I don't think he did.
I get bigger sword, but no idea. It's I will little time with this because get this little later in the seed. And Icy Water is a very long check, so I don't know if Tech BGS is bigger sword is a great idea.
And I do not, as chat's asking, I do not think Earl picked up Pharaoh's Wind. Because at this rate, it's, you're in go mode through Spirit. You want to get it done as quick as possible. You do not know it's up there, so.
Yeah, similar Somebody
Power
needs
is in
to reach.
spirit, if I
Pharaoh's
understand.
Wind is in spirit. It's in.
Okay.
It's that big chest you skipped.
Yeah. Yeah, I go about spirit, so the open big chest.
Yeah. There's hovers for Zopar, so just gonna continue on the path to Shadow and find his mirror shield.
Yeah, Xapar need to beat for the druid.
Yeah, it got it was pretty close with everyone for a while. Zopar got a little off track and was in deep fire for a little bit, and back to GTG for the full clear. I think you did a lot of GTG on the first trip too, because again, it was having that chicken's bow, and just not having to leave bow checks behind.
Okay.
I will let you know real quick. Zopar did quit, so that's why you see him just standing around there in Jabba Jabba's belly.
Okay.
But here soon we see we already have Angle on phase 2 of Ganondorf, and we will have Earl Weird starting on Ganondorf here soon.
Yeah, decent finishes. It's gonna be interesting to see how the what the point spread actually looks like on this, with just the big gap between first and second and the rest of the field.
Oh.
Alexis, you got a 991, so that's really good for your numbers.
Yeah. Very neat to this to this number.
Huge points at the top on this one.
I'm not
Yep.
even going to try and pronounce how you say 991 in French. Star put it in chat, but I'm not going to try and read that.
Yeah, I see it.
And that is Ganon down for Engel, who is going to be closing this out here in just a second. So go ahead and get those GGs ready for him.
GG, Engel. Anyway, I need to go, guys.
Yeah, thank you for being on Restream. GGs, play fantastic.
Thanks. Thank you so much for the restream. Thank you so much.
And thanks for Amazing Race, and thanks for joining us. Good luck in your future qualifiers.
Thanks. See you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.
Have a good evening.
And speaking of a finisher, GG Angle.
GG, if you could call it that.
You did decent. I mean, it wasn't bad overall. What are your thoughts? Let's get that.
I mean, I thought we were flying at the beginning of that seed, and then found out it was 80, and it all fell apart from there.
Yeah, it. I think the early game was really great for you. The decision to go to River and get that early bomb bag really helped a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a usual play for me to just go CAC, Graveyard River, get the hints and stuff. And, the bomb bag was obviously a good pickup.
Forgot to ask this of Alexis, but when you saw that hint for 50 skulls being magic,
I think you were the only one that saw it before finding the magic.
That was a scary moment, and then it was fine.
It was a very fun 3 minutes for us on Restream, just being like, oh, 50 skulls magic, but Shadow's a stone. What are we gonna do? I was like, oh, magic.
Yeah, it's like, yay, Shadow, or yay, 50 skulls. Oh, yay, Magic's a Mido. Then we're like, ooh, as you guys went through Water Temple, checking all the checks for us, and then suddenly, bam, you have to get 80.
Yeah, I mean, again, I thought, I made a little gamble to get the long shot out of Forest before, because I wanted to go water. And
we were wondering if you were hoping for a vanilla bow there.
I mean, bow would have been great too, obviously, but I don't know. It was just a silly play that worked out a kind of.
Yeah,
then,
you were pushing dungeons really hard early on. And GG's to Earl, by the way, who was finishing 27th with a 3:13.11. But you're pushing dungeons really hard early, and then when it kind of got into that hunt for those last few items, you were doing a lot of overworld stuff. What was the thought process?
So I think part of the problem I had, I think, was getting the hammer pretty late. And then I think I was also concerned to just kind of do a thorough finish of Child there when I did get the hammer, because I was still out of logic for that bomb bag, and the other bomb bag I saw was on the crater volcano. So I guess my concern was either it's a scale to put this in logic, or it's the hover boots. And if it's the hover boots, I'm in trouble if I don't finish these sphere zeros.
Yeah, 2 scales, neither of them being scale locked. The one in GGG and the one on adult fishing.
Yeah, they just kind of were in out of the way places that I didn't if I would have seen one sooner, we just pushed to ice a little bit faster. But
yeah, once you guys opened ice, though, it was just trickle down everything else. Ice had your boomerang, which led to hovers, which led to your mirror shield.
Yeah, it makes sense when you put it that way. We were thinking you were probably trying to close the loop on the logic. We already knew about the scales. Did not consider that we were also potentially chasing hover boots for that bomb bag.
Yeah, and maybe I should have just pushed harder to ice and ignored the the logic, but it's tough to play really risky in a qualifier, I think, because then you really screw yourself over if something's sphere zero.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It was a crazy finish time by Cola.
Yeah, that was fairly unreal. Alexis, who joined us on Restream, got 3rd place. So nice time for them. You did fairly well, or quite well too. Apparently, with you not having clean audio, Star was listening to you a little bit and had some fun at hearing things.
I mean, yeah, I got tilted, I think, towards the end and was complaining, but...
Real quick, we are now joined by Earl Weird. GG, man.
GG's Earl.
You might be muted, double muted with your headset. We can't hear you if you're talking. Quite enjoyable to watch on Restream. We kept on trying to keep track of GGG key numbers too, to see if there was a chance that Toilet had anything.
That kind of was a worry too until
Everything trickled in.
Yeah, well, once I cleared out water and it was just boss keys, Song of Time Lock to kind of figured, and then the like Path of Spirit seemed like it would be letter, which leads to everything in ice.
Yeah, between the three that finished, we had the sort of early divergence of you went and got that bomb bag. Alexis got a bow off of chickens.
The third bow was
yeah, which enabled a lot of efficiency. Like it was a single dip of forest.
Yeah,
it was also in water. Alexis was able to check everything except river on the first trip.
Yeah, like it kind of backfired on me a little bit to do that early adult and like get that water hint, which made me want to push it even without bow, you know.
Yeah, and then for Earl was actually the first one to find the hammer because he was pushing skulls fairly hard pretty early and got that 10 pack off of the 10 skull turn in fairly early, which I gotta say, you know, commendatory, but I love a 100-minute 10 skull check. I hate picking those things up, so
same.
Are you able to hear us, Earl, or mic's still not working? GG's though, thanks for being on Restream. We greatly appreciate it. It's always fun to watch our runners see their process for getting through these dungeons.
Yeah, it was a really fun one to watch because you had so many different paths available to you earlier. It was kind of a rush because our first commentators, you know, had to step away, so I was kind of by myself, and it was just like, oh, Zopar's in Spirit Temple now. Oh, like Ingle's going to the bow chest. And it was just like everyone was just in a different place, and everybody was finding stuff all over the place. So it was pretty wild and fun to watch.
Yeah, I figured I probably made it interesting by getting the bow chest into then going water very quickly.
We were so excited about seeing that big chest. We were just like, it's gonna be a vanilla bow. It's a 10,000 IQ play.
I mean, I was like, well, I have the keys. I'm here. Why not? I'm not losing a ton of time for doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were, like I said, we were all just watching as you guys checked more and more of Water Temple and finding slowly...
No boss key.
No boss key.
Yeah, at least you were able to figure it out, like, early.
Was the, Did anyone find the other hint for the Water Temple path?
We had two of them. One of them was in Crater. The other, I think, was Deku.
No, I checked both Deku. I only saw.
Oh no, it was on Lake Hylia, right outside Water Temple.
Oh, the front one. Okay. So I was curious if that would trip people up. That like the hint I saw, you know, in the crater wall is a little bit out of the way to check. And like if you don't have that, there's not a good reason to push ice over like GTG and the well and everything. So I wonder, like, maybe that tripped up a lot of runners in this.
Well, again, GG's. Any final thoughts on the seed?
Glad it's done.
Sadly, we haven't. I think Earl is with mic issues, so we're not going to be able to interview. But thank you, everyone who joined us tonight for qualifier number 10. Woo! 10 down, 9 to go. Our next qualifying race for for the season 6 will be on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Then you have our weeklies. One will be on Zelda Speedruns. The other will be on the Silver Gauntlets. Thank you so much today for tracking Star, Axel Ryman, Triforce, and Red. And you guys on Restream were great. Zopar, Earl, Alexis, and Angle. I apologize if I butchered that. And one last shout out to Pick6, who is a great commentator.
Yeah, thank you, Cemetery, for doing double duty, commentating and and restreaming. It was a lot of fun. It's been, and Xenu, our original first com, who had to step away, but it's been a ton of fun. I am super excited for all the races coming up over the next few months.
So we are going to hop on over and raid Sky Goro, who's a commentator sometimes, and he is running. As always with raids, no hints or hints or anything to the runners. No spoilers. Please just wish them good luck and give them a nice follow. They're amazing runners. So have a good night, everyone. We are now